What's up, y'all? It's your girl Devi, and today I'm back. For this channel, it's been some time, but I'm back. I'm gonna try to bring this channel back up. But I'm here to talk about my internship, what I've been doing with my life right now. Shout out to my podcast. I'm a co-host with Valencia. So our podcast, I'm here to talk about kind of where my life has been at post-collegiate, track and field athlete, just all this stuff that they don't really tell you about that I'm just gonna let loose. You feel me? So I graduated May of 2019. I didn't go to my actual graduation, and it's nothing that I regret, but it's something that I wish I just would have thought longer and harder on. Instead of going to my actual graduation, I actually flew out with my team to our nationals track meet. I was not entered in any races this year. I missed the multi by one place. So they let, let's say 14 girls go in. I was number 15. So I was a 4x4 replacement just in case somebody got injured, got hurt, anything like that. That whole graduation thing, I graduated May 2019. I didn't get to go to my graduation. I actually was supposed to go to about 5 graduations, I think. I had my actual major. I had forgetting a 3.9 whatever graduation, an honors graduation. I had the black graduation, and I had maybe it was 3. Anyways, so I missed those graduations and I didn't get to go. And I told myself most of my friends were graduating the next semester, and I wasn't going to be as happy as I would traveling to this track meet. So I decided I'm gonna go to the track meet. I'm gonna have fun. Everything's gonna be fine. But the day of the graduation, I was seeing everybody post, and I was low-key sad. I was like, dang, this is something I'm never going to remember at all. But I also realized I was in the place I was supposed to be at for a reason, and I had an amazing graduation party. I usually don't have parties at all. And that was kind of the highlight. My graduation party was definitely worth it. So that was that. I don't know why I'm all skewed to this side. So that was that. And fast forwarding to after graduation, when you're an athlete, you spend so many years being an athlete. You spend so many years working out, training for these goals, that your life becomes consumed in this sport. And when you graduate, if you're no longer going to try to become pro, everything just stops. You of course you went to school, of course you got your classes, but you've been so dedicated and so trying so hard to excel in this sport that now that the sport is gone, it's what is life? I didn't get to take any internships because track just consumed everything. And that's also an excuse. I made an excuse that I could have done more than I did. But at that point in time, track was my life. And I just wish they would have preached to us as a school, as the athletic department at my school, that it's not going to be here forever. Go take these extra classes, take what you want to do, and just go have fun. But we honestly didn't get that support. And you can't go back in time, but it is what it is. So track is done. I tried to go back out to the field a month after and see if I still had some stuff in me. Didn't have a lot. I had more than I thought I did, but it's something I missed that maybe I'll get back into eventually, but right now, no. So after that, I started babysitting. Babysitting was making me some good money. I was doing it Monday through Friday, making some good money, trying to pick up occasional things on Saturday and Sunday, but it just wasn't fulfilling. In the moment, I was making connections, which I didn't know until afterwards, but I was babysitting, and when people would ask me what I was doing, I'd kind of be like, oh, I'm babysitting, and I felt I had to tell them how much I got an hour for them to actually respect me, which in that case, it shouldn't have mattered anyway. I didn't want to go back home. I wanted to stay in San Francisco because that's where I went to school at, and I wanted to make money. I wanted to be around my friends, and me going back home, there would have been nothing out there for me. So I started to get very discouraged because all I was doing was waking up super early, going to my first babysitting job, and then getting off for an hour or 2, and then going to my second babysitting job and staying there until about 6 o'clock, 7, sometimes 8, depends. And it was a lot. In the moment, I was happy to be out in San Francisco, but I also did not know what the hell I was doing with my life. People would ask me literally oh, what are you doing now? I'm like, babysitting. They're like, oh, babysitting. I'm like, yeah, but I make X amount of money per hour. And they're like, oh, okay, I see you. He's like, yeah, you feel me. But it was really hard for me. It was super hard for me. My friends were very supportive, but I also knew, like, I had some friends that had to tell me straight up, like, this ain't forever. And in my head, I'm like, it's okay, I can just do this, make money as I go. But I started to not be happy, and I can tell that translated into my work, into how my attitude was around my friends. Like, I just was drained and going through these motions. So fast forward, I was like, okay, I'm about to move to Georgia or Texas. I'm just about to go get up and leave. Don't have nothing, don't know anybody. I can't be out here. I've got so complacent, I can't do it. I can't. So I was like, okay, like, let's move. I started Googling all these stuff, contacting some people I know. I actually knew one person that lived in Atlanta, which was our trainer for track and our athletic trainer. And I was like, you know what? She's out there. She probably knows some stuff. So I contacted her. I was just trying to get some things in order, looking at places. My mom was like, if you want to, go do it. But then also kind of like, are you sure? And I'm like, yes. Like, what's holding me back out here? Like, I have no commitments out here right now. So if I want to do something, I need to do it now. And I started to apply to some places out there. I didn't even know what I was applying to. And the pay out there was ridiculous. I said, I need a salary job, right, when I move out there, which I don't know how likely that would have been. But it was just all, like, everything was taken. I was like, I got complacent. I'm out here babysitting. There's nothing out here for me that is growing myself right now. So I need to, like, I'm seeing my friends, Excel still in school, Summer still in track, and I'm like, what do I have for me? So I was like, okay, I'm gonna move. But I decided to, as I was applying to all these jobs, I was watching a YouTube video of this channel that I watch dearly, Jubilee Media. And my best friend Kennedy put me on when we used to watch the dating episodes, a series that they did. So I was like, you know what, let me apply. Like, my major is broadcasting. I love being on camera. I love talking. I love the radio. I don't know what value I can add, but I'm just gonna go and apply. Like, let's do it. What am I gonna miss? I'm already about to move to Georgia or Texas or something, so might as well try it. So I went ahead and I applied, and there was a directing, there's a production assistant, a casting intern, a casting intern, and some other things. And I was like, production, they were like, well, we want to see a reel, we want to see, like, things you directed. And at that time, I didn't know where all of my stuff was. Although I've directed a couple of shots, I was like, ooh, I don't know where they are. And I'm like, I don't know if they're going to be good enough. So I was just like, let me just next. But I think I actually did apply for, I don't know. I didn't get that one. So then I was like, okay, there's a casting intern. And I was like, what is a casting intern? But I was like, I also don't have to input all this information. So I was like, let me do casting. I love people. I love talking to people. I would love to just try this out. I don't know what this entails. I just think maybe I should try it. Why not? What am I losing? So I applied for that. You have to do, like, a video. So I submitted a video. And as I'm applying to be this casting intern, I go on Jubilee Media's page. I look up the people that work there. I DM, I believe it was Ian and Kendra. And I was like, hey, my name's Devi. You don't know me yet, but I'm gonna be your new casting intern. Can't wait to see you. I'm about to, like, upload my application, blah, blah, blah. So I do that. Crazy, I know, but you gotta get what you gotta get done. So after I did that, I had submitted my video, and I kind of just, like, was waiting. And time was going by. I wasn't hearing anything back. So I was like, you know what? I'm moving to Georgia. Like, this is gonna be my plan. I still didn't know what the heck was happening, or how I was gonna get there, or if I was gonna have a car out there, or any of that, a job. But I was like, you know what? It's time. And I believe it was the first week of December. So I was already gonna have to move out of my place in San Francisco because my year was up, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go back home, at least go back home, save up some money, and then go to Georgia. So that was my plan. Go back home at the end of December, then go to Georgia after I save up some money. So that was that. And then on the first week of December, I got a call from a number, or an email. No, a call. Something. I got an email from Kendra, and she was like, hey, we received your application. I would love to get on a phone call with you. And I was like, okay, let's do it. Because mind you, I was like, okay, I'm about to move whatever. But I was like, this is a sign. Maybe I'm not supposed to go move to Georgia and have no plans and don't know what I'm about to do with my life. Maybe I should just wait on that. So I got on the phone with Kendra. We talked. She wanted me to go through this other part of the application, which meant I had to do kind of like a mock-up casting type of thing, which I started it the next day and I sent it in the next day. Like it was like, okay, what else do I gotta do? Tell me, because I'll do it, I really would. So after that, I was just waiting for her to get back in contact with me, and then she called me and she was like, hey, and I was like, hey, and we were talking, and she basically let me know that I had got the internship. And I was stuck because I was like, I was really about to move to Georgia, you know, like I was ready, life was good. I'm like, well, not good because I was about to move to Georgia, but I was like, okay. And she was like, you have a week to let me know. Once you let me know, we need you out here in LA by January 6th. And I said, on the paper it said March, so I was so confused, but I just realized miscommunication, and it's actually January. So I had 2 weeks. Well, I had a week to figure out if I was gonna take the internship. Then I had a week to move out to LA, find a place to live, and start the job. And when I tell you, I thought my life was moving so fast that I didn't know if I was gonna be able to do it or not. But let me tell you, I'm in LA and I'm going into my January, February, March, April, May, 5th month of the internship. Although we're in quarantine now, I am so blessed that I took that jump and I just did it. And I can make a whole other video on how, well, I can't, well, maybe, about how sometimes you just have to do it and things will work out for the better if you really just dive right in. Sometimes, not all the time. But I'm just so blessed to be out here. But now, since we're in quarantine, I'm kind of like, and even with the job, to be very transparent, there's so many things that I thought I knew that I don't know as far as like the media world. And that's where sometimes I kind of get a little discouraged because I'm like, I was in school getting straight A's. I graduated with straight A's. But in that time, I wasn't able to do all of the extra things that a lot of my classmates were able to do because I was so committed to track. And if I could go back, that's something I would do, is put my career first instead of track, because I knew at the end of the day, I probably wasn't gonna be pro with that. So I wish I would go back and actually spend time and try to find internships while I was in school. But it is what it is. And I'm very happy to be here right now. I'm very happy to be learning, to be growing. I love to be out here in Los Angeles. I am from the Bay Area, but just being out here has shown me just another way of life that I also respect. But life is hard right now. Like, I don't know what I want to do. Like, I love casting right now. It's really good, but being in quarantine sucks. And then throw back to like, Devonique, what do you want to do? I'm like, I don't know. Like, I love kids. I truly do. Do I want to teach? I don't know. Do I want to be a casting intern forever? Well, not forever, but you know, like, am I still want to be in the media field? I don't know, but I'm worth to give it, like, it's worth giving it a try. Like, all you can do is give yourself that ability to just step and try something and then figure it out later. Like, why? We don't want to have regrets. Imagine being 80 years old talking about, yeah, I wish I could have. No, like, do it now. So when you turn 80, you can let your grandkids know, I did this and I was okay. You feel me? So life is crazy. I actually don't know what the point of this video is. I'm basically venting. But also, yes, as a post-college graduate, things are going to be hard. You have been stuck in a system. You know what? I'm gonna save that. That's gonna be a whole nother video because I'm actually gonna stop this, change my clothes, record that. I don't know why I have to change my clothes. Probably I don't. But anyways, this was just like a quick rundown of like where I'm at right now. I'm currently in Los Angeles, stuck in quarantine, just like half of us. I do have an internship that I'm so grateful for, but it just sucks that the conditions we are in. I'm happy that I got to keep my internship. That is a blessing beyond itself, but just the circumstances really do suck. And this is just me on this YouTube channel, starting new, starting fresh. Either you're rocking with me or you're not. And if you're not, that's fine. I mean, we want genuine relationships to be happening. This is not for me to just come on here and broadcast and follow. It's like, let's make a connection. Talk to me. What's up? Again, shout out to me and Valencia's Clearly Unrelatable podcast. You can find us talking about anything and everything on there. Again, it's Clearly Unrelatable. I'll put the link in the bio. But this is me, this is candid, this is real. So, I actually don't know I don't even know why I started this first video. So I'm gonna just put it together, and if it still don't make sense, I'm gonna still post it because it is what it is. Peace.